Oh my gosh, it's live. Hi, guys. Let me know if you're here and if you can hear me. We're going to have an unboxing. I can't wait. At least I hope that's what's in here. It would be hilarious if I got all excited. I'm getting Penny excited too. I don't know if you can see her from there. Yes, we're very excited. She thinks I'm hyped about something out the window. So don't mind if you hear her growling, because when I get excited, she gets excited, but it's not about the same thing. Let me know if you guys are here in the comments so I can say hi to you. And again, I really hope this is the collector's edition. It says it is on Amazon, but you just never know. I had one time where I almost unboxed something, and it was not that, but it wasn't live that time. So I see Crazy Thunder, Jenna, Van Morik, Hudson Warm, Roll. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your names wrong. Jenna Marshall. Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. All right, so I'm just gonna get into it. I'm trying to think of how I did not think this through. Let me, first of all, I'm gonna use the previous practice collector's editions as a stand for the box. And oh my gosh, there's more coming in. Hey, Abby. Hey, Heather. Hey, Katie. I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, so just a quick little breakdown in case you didn't see the last video, which I'll go back and link it below if anyone wants to watch later, but I kind of go through the history of this. So we have the practice where I just use character art just to see how thick it would be and how to format it and what it even looked like. And then we had these two for size testing. So this one's much bigger. And then we have, hold on, the almost final. Look at that pretty ombre. It's so pretty. And I am very excited about the Easter eggs on the side. We'll talk about that in a second, but I'm going to use this as a stand for the box. And if I get out of breath, which I already am, don't be mad at me. I am pregnant. Here, I'll give you an update. It's crazy. Oh, you can't even tell. But anyway, can't even tell. You can totally tell. I meant that it's not at the best angle for that, but let me try bringing this down. There we go. Okay, so, oh my gosh, more people are here. Hey, Heather. Hey, Rodney. Hey. Oh my gosh, I love that. Sarah. Hi, guys. Okay, so we're going to do it. You ready? Here we go. This is so exciting. Let me know in the comments if you guys got a copy. I'm trying to be very safe, I promise. For anybody who's nervous watching me with the scissors. I'm out of breath. Half excitement, half pregnancy. Woo! Okay, we have, we don't need that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at this. It's, oh my gosh. I need to look at it. I am obsessed. Penny's getting into the wrapping. If you hear that, I probably should have thrown it. Oh my gosh. Let me give you a close-up. So here is the gorgeous castle. Oh my goodness. I am so excited. I know it's not a big difference. Penny, let me just take that away from you. That's not for you. And it is from having the not for resale bar, but it's just so pretty. Let me just go ahead and go like this. Tell me if you guys are against cracking the spine. I've never cared, but somebody was just freaking out about it the other day on Instagram, and I was like, oh, is that a thing? Oh my gosh, look at this. So, okay, before I check the comments, I just wanted to walk you through what basically my favorite part, which is the spine. So we have, have you read The Stolen Kingdom, first of all? Sorry, I'm asking so many questions. I should read your answers and come back. I'm just too excited. Okay, so first of all, let me read your answers, and then I want to ask you more questions because I want to know if you recognize where these Easter eggs are from. Let's see. Oh, good, Jenna, I pronounced your name right, and thank you, Sarah. You're so sweet. And Dahlia, hello from the Netherlands. I love that. Sorry, if I was on top of my game, I could be popping these up. Hold on. I can do this. So this is who I was talking to. Thank you, Sarah and Jenna. That's awesome. Yeah, I love the Netherlands. What time is it there? Yay, Abby. I'm so glad you like it. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Jenna, you're the sweetest. That makes me so happy. Now she has no choice. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the sweetest. I know, right? The spine's my favorite. I'm very excited. Yeah, the gradient is subtle. You know what's funny is like when I look at it, like I'm looking at you guys, or I'm looking at myself, I should say, and it's not as obvious on camera as it is in person. Like, I can't wait till you see your copies in person, and I want to hear what you guys think of it. Thank you, Abby. Thank you so much, you guys. Okay, so now I'm forgetting what my questions were for you. I wanted to know, first of all, if you're watching this, have you read the series before? Because I don't want to spoil anything, although it's not going to be a spoiler to tell you like the retellings that each one is based on. So Katie's never read it, but oh yay. Oh my gosh, I hope you win, NaNoWriMo. Either way, I hope you win, and I think you can, by the way. We can talk NaNoWriMo if you guys want to. I'm talking so fast because I'm excited. Yay, Jenna, I'm so happy. Let's see. Thank you so much, Game Express. And thank you, Heather. 7:06 a.m. or p.m. Either way, it's a big time difference. It's 1 o'clock here. Yay, I'm so glad you're excited about it. Haven't read it yet? Awesome. Okay, good. This makes me happy because I was like stressed out for Nano. You've got this. You've got it. It makes me so happy that you're excited about it and that not everybody has read it, because part of why I was holding off is I was like, does anybody even want this? Is this going to be fun? But as you know, if you've watched previous videos, once I got excited about this classic cover, I had to do it. I had to. All right, so let me reel myself back in. And let's talk about this spine really quick because, oh my gosh, this is my favorite part. So Aladdin retelling, I bet you could have guessed that. This one's a little less obvious. This is for the Ginny Key, book 2, which is the Little Mermaid retelling. And then we have, now you can finally see it. Let me bring it in close. There's the dragon. I can't decide if that's my favorite or the lamp. Honestly, I love them all. And this dragon is for the Cursed Hunter, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And then last but not least, we have the crown here, which is for the Enchanted Crown, obviously. And that is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. Now, some people are like, I don't see the retelling part in that. And yes, I'll be honest with you, it was hard at that point to actually, you know, be doing like a full, you know, beat by beat type of retelling. But there are some Easter eggs to the Sleeping Beauty in that story. And I talk about it in, I think it is the release video for the Enchanted Crown, which I can link below after this too. But yeah, I am like out of breath because I'm so excited. Oh, and I probably should have said this, but this is my Grace House Press logo. Mandy did such a good job of making it look like it's, what is the word? Embossed? Is that the word I'm going for? Do you guys know what I'm trying to say? What is this called when it looks like it's been, I think it is embossed. Now I feel like crazy. Hold on one second. I'm just going to fix this one thing. We're going to get rid of this person in the chat. Hold on. I have to like move you guys to be able to see. Okay. So, okay, what I was going to ask you guys is, oh, there we go. Perfect. Oh, perfect. You already have questions coming in. Hey, guys. Okay, so we have the hardback too. Yay, I'm so glad. Thank you so much, Christy. Here, let me bring it back into the shot. Sarah, never read it. Awesome. I hope if you do that you love it. I'm always excited to hear what you guys think. Honestly, like, that's my favorite part. Jen, haven't finished yet, but so far love it. Yay! That makes me so happy. Okay, so did you see the dragon? Did I show you or did I get sidetracked? So here's our close-ups. Let me angle this correctly. I don't know how to show you all of it at once because then it's sideways. So honestly, the spine is probably my favorite part right now, but it's a close toss-up because also this is the castle from book 1. And so Mandy actually drew all of these. Like, Well, for this one, I'm thinking she traced a little bit. And then for these, she drew these. So I am super impressed that she can do that because I could not do that, first of all. Hey, Brian, I'm so glad you're here. Will you one day read the books to your son? I would love that. Will he be as excited about a princess story? I don't know. They're definitely princesses and castles. That was like the joking name that I called it back when I was first writing the series and I didn't know what the titles were going to be yet. So thank you, Abby. Okay, so this is a good question to answer. Will there be any more audiobooks? Long story short, that was not my favorite process, and it was a super, super expensive process. So right now, we're just going to put this person and block them. So right now, there is, what was I trying to say? I lost my train of thought here. Oh, okay. Right now, The Stolen Kingdom, the first book in here, the Aladdin retelling, is an audiobook. But what I did is I pulled back from that because it was honestly more expensive than publishing the book. Like just the audiobook was more expensive than everything else that I had to do for that book. And so it was tricky because I was like, I don't know if there's good ROI, return on investment here at this time for an indie author. Like it's something that I would love to do, but it's not my strong suit. Definitely can't do it myself. And to hire somebody is very expensive. Now, that said, I heard there's something called royalty share, which is less expensive. And then you and the audiobook narrator share the royalties after the book comes out, which I would love to do. But that means I also have to put the book up for hire, or however you say it, hire an audiobook narrator, work with them to get the book set up, and then listen through the entire book and approve the entire book. And that whole process, honestly, it took like 4 or 5 months last time. So with a baby on the way, I don't know if I can do that right now. But in the future, basically, this is a long story. In the future, I would love to. This is another good question. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yes, I'm calling this like the Stolen Kingdom universe or Stolen Kingdom world. Tell me if there's like a right way to say that, but I'm thinking there's so many that I could do. So I don't want to make any promises, but like, for example, we have Queen Jezebel, right? She has her story out, The Secret Gift, if you didn't know that, which I believe is linked below. But I was not expecting to tell her story. So she has, at this point, I think 3 books of story just because she has so much that went into her becoming who she is in this series. And again, I wasn't expecting to tell that at all. I was kind of shocked. But then there's also Gideon's backstory. And let me just tell you, I hint at this a little in here. So let me know if you've read this series and you know what I'm talking about between Gideon and someone else that I would love to share more of his story and what happens and how he became who he is. And there is a short story. So I should probably mention this actually, let me open this up. I haven't even opened the book yet, but when you go to get this book, there's this page in the back. Ooh, am I showing you the ending? Don't look. And this is, as you can see, a ton of gifts for you on a web page where it includes Gideon's short story, and you get to see a little bit of his background. What else? Nezrin and Malachi would be so fun to write. I feel like I could go forward and share like what happens with them, because there's got to be more to their story, absolutely. And then I also feel like I could go backwards and share about the Hanavadeh, the family. I should not reveal that. Oh my gosh, I was going to share spoilers. But anyway, I am the spoiler queen, so I'm going to stop myself. But basically, long answer to that question is absolutely. I would love to write more. So let me know in the comments if you guys have any like preferences for characters, because I am swayed by what you guys want. And if you say certain characters, I remember that and I put that on my list. Yay, I'm so glad you ordered it, Rodney. I can't wait to hear what you think of it when you see it, because honestly, you guys, this ombre, it's so much more vibrant in person. Mandy is amazing. She is such a good cover designer. I should have linked her below. I will add her link below after this as well. Yes, so Mandy did, in case you don't know, in case you're new here, I should have grabbed them. They're all the way back here behind my head. She did all the character art ones except book 1. So, and then she did the secret gift as well. Just ordered mine, can't wait. Oh my gosh, yay! Okay, this is making me happy because I wasn't sure if everyone had already read them. And Sarah, I have heard this, that, you know, there are things you can do to have the book be read aloud, but the ACX, which is the audiobook for indie authors where you can upload an audiobook, they are very, very strict. So you have to have a certain, a certain number of seconds pause after a comma and a different amount after a period, and there can't be any background noise, and the quality's got to be really specific. So they're really, really strict about it. So that's awesome. Oh, congratulations to your mom, Jenna. And I am so excited for her. She can absolutely get published. Let's see. Here's another good question. Are all the goodies like character art and stuff available online? So they are online, but it's currently a secret page, and I probably will open it up eventually. But right now, the only people who have access to it are the people who buy this book. So it is in the collector's edition. But the reason, there's 2 reasons that it's in the back linked like that instead of like being in the book, is because number 1, some things are better online. Like character art can only be black and white, but online it can be in color. But more than that, as you can see here, this is a chunky book. This is exactly 550 pages, okay? And that's the limit on KDP, which if you are into publishing, if you want to know more, I'm going to have a lot of links to grab after this, but I will go ahead and link below my 2 videos about KDP as I made this book. And long story short, I can't go any bigger than this, but I wanted, like, the readability was more important to me. Oh my gosh, I'm cracking the spine. Did I ask you guys that if it bothers anybody? I'm super curious. So instead, I can do this. It starts on chapter 1, and as you can see, I brought it way up high because it was more important for me for the font to be big enough to read than for me to have, you know, a bunch of stuff in the back, because I can easily put a web page together, and I did, and it's gorgeous. And then the second reason I got excited about the web page is that I can add to it. So for example, I had Gideon's short story in here. I had character art, the Q&A about the story or about the series, and series glossary. But on the web page, I also was able to add the maps. I guess that was one of them was in here. And then I was able to add my Spotify playlist for the series, which has like 80 songs. What else? I have a merch page. Like right now it's kind of exclusive merch. I've only put it on this webpage. So you'll get first access to that if you want to get a sneak peek. And I'm just thinking that basically I can add to it over time and add more series, like everything related to the series that you guys want to know. I think I had Pinterest on there at one point, but then I couldn't figure out how to, I need to figure out how to do like coding or whatever to make that work. So I need to add that again. I hope that answers your question, but let me know if you wanted anything specific about the series on that webpage, because like I said, now you have the link to it if you buy this book, but I can also add to it. Okay, I'm missing a lot of questions. Let me catch up. Yay, I'm so glad you're excited about spinoffs, and heck yes to novellas for sure. I prefer fantasy. So sci-fi is fun, but there's something about fantasy where the creativity is just, actually I shouldn't say that. They're both creative, but it's pulling from just different worlds, I guess. As a writer, I should have a better explanation, but I think it's just kind of a gut instinct, honestly. So epic adult fantasy, I'm personally drawn to YA. That's everything that I read. But I'm not against it. I do think adult fantasy is more, what's the word that I want? More, epic is a good word, like you said there, but it's also just, it's more, I can't think of the word I want because pregnancy brain is so real. I'm telling you, like, I can picture what I want to say, but I can't access it. It is more heavy on the world building, I guess. I don't know if that's exactly what I want to say, but Katie, yay, I'm so excited. And I know you can win Nano. First of all, you got this. High five. How many of you guys are doing Nano? Let me know, because I'm going to admit to you right now, I was really planning to. I really, really wanted to. But I am exhausted. Like right now, I'm on a high because of this, but I have just been kind of in a fog. I'm on week 35 pregnancy, so 5 weeks left. I thought I could do it. Right now, I'm just like, I think it's pushing too hard, so I think I should just give myself grace. Maybe I'll write, but I don't think I can do a whole NaNoWriMo, which bums me out, so I'm going to live through you guys. Yay, Christy, that's so exciting. Okay, so just to be clear, this is 4 books, not 1 book. So let me think here. If you're counting all 4 of them, let's see. I started The Stolen Kingdom. I'm really bad with dates, so I really have to think on this. So it came out August 2019 was book 1, and I started about a year before that, and I think May. So that would be May 2018. And then the last book, book 4 in this series, The Enchanted Crown, came out in March of this year. So I can math, I can do this. Almost, if it's May to March, it's not quite, but almost 2018, 2019, 2020, like almost 3 years. So this is 4 books again. And oh my gosh, I want to show you stuff, but I also don't want to, like here, this is the midpoint. Curse Hunter. Okay, that was random. I'm too excited. I'm not even making sense. Oh, gold foil. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you so much. So I think embossing is something else. I can't remember, but gold foil is what I wanted this to look like. So tell me, does that look like gold foil to you when you look at that? Because it's not. Like if you look at it close in person, I just think Mandy did such a good job of making it look like it. Let's see here. Yay, JJ. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, let me catch up on comments. I'm so slow. Yay. Hi, Dina. Hello from Cyprus. Oh my gosh, Europe. That's awesome. What time is it there? Thank you so much. I'm so excited you guys like it. Do you accept books from indie authors? I don't, because I get emails like a couple times a week asking me to read books. And I have to be honest, I don't have time. So I would feel way too guilty taking books and not reading them. Sarah, you do ACX. That's so cool. Okay. Let's see. What happened to the idea of having the covers of the books? What do you mean? I don't know if I ever had that idea. Do you mean like where you have the title pages? Let me see. Did I just get lipstick on that? Okay, good. Do you mean like right here? Like inside? Idea of having the covers of the books. I think you're talking about like inside. So that's not really standard for an omnibus, which is what this is called. They usually just have the title pages. And also, I probably should have said this, there's a box set, which is just like this. And it's just online. It's the ebook version. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Currently editing a 70K book. Okay, so I'm finally reaching the nano questions. So editing is a huge, huge job, but you've got this. So Nano Rebel, right? I'm usually a Nano Rebel too. Yay! Cleared 5K yesterday. Nice job. Currently editing. Also want to start a new story. Good for you. I think that's awesome. I really want to. You guys are making me want to do Nano. Dina, you've got this. You can totally, totally catch up. I'm doing it as a rebel. There's so many rebels here. I love it. Sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Doing Nano Light. Ooh, I like that. So that might be what I'm going to call it. I like that a lot. Can't commit to the whole thing, but doing our best. If you're looking for one, oh, nice. I'm glad you guys are connecting. It does look like gold foil. Good, good, good. Okay. All right, I'm trying to catch up, but if you guys have more questions about the, oh my gosh, my brain just shut off completely about the collector's edition, I want to talk about that. But before I forget, and I'll come back to comments, I don't want to forget to talk about right here, these release week gifts. So this week only, let me see if I can do this. I have, for everybody who orders a hardcover copy, I am actually printing out character art. Let me put this down in a second and show you. So I have a limited number of these. I hope that I'll have enough for everybody, but it's a signed book plate like this. And these are from when I was in Once Upon a Book Club box, right? Let's see if I can point correctly. Right there. And so I only have a certain, like, I think 40 left. And then I have a little bit less, like 30 of these. These are character art book prints, character art bookmarks. Words are hard today. And then, let me hold these up again where you can actually see them. Okay, I can do this. We have Gideon and Rena right here, and then Ari and Kaden. So very excited to send these out to you guys, along with, again, immediate access to that bonus page in the back. But let me come back here to the comments. So where was I? I was on one and then I got sidetracked. Let me come back to it. Was it this one? Let's see. Just finished my 4th book 2 days before Nano. Oh, yay, congratulations. Okay, I'm really bad at military time, but that's like 10 at night, right? Doing Nano, started as Rebel by outlining, but now writing. Good job, nice. I love that. Why didn't you do it in black and red? Okay, so did you see, were you here, Dina, at the beginning where I showed you? This is the color that I thought it was going to be. This is what I told Mandy I wanted. Not this size, but this was a test size for black and gold. I wanted it to be black with the gold popping like this, but Mandy's a genius. So she tried this ombre red, and I was like, I'm not going to like it. I don't think I will want that. And of course, here we are. This is my favorite. And so basically, when you work with a cover designer, you typically get 2 mock-ups. And so I had my request, and then Mandy did a second option for me. And again, I really thought I was going to go with what I wanted, but she is genius. All right, so let me keep going. Yes, it is up for international purchase, and I think I linked it in the comments. So let me know, and Dahlia, if you can see it. If you click on the link, I think it might bring you to the US. I don't know. I don't know if it's a, what do you call it? See, I'm really struggling with words today. I promise you, pregnancy brain is real. But I think it's called an international page, or like a universal link or something like that. And so it should be available. Yay, you're welcome, Christy. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Yay. Oh my gosh. Let me know what you think of it when you get it in person. Because like I said, I'm repeating myself a lot, but I'm too excited. It really pops in person. 8:30 p.m. Oh, I'm so sorry. That seems so obvious now. Like, I can math. Thank you. And it's 7:30 in Norway. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. So let me know if there's anything else you want. I've already gone 30 minutes and I was like, this is going to be a 10-minute live stream, but I want to chat with you about this, about Nano, anything you want for a couple more minutes. And in case you're just popping in, I have a lot of links that I promised to put below, including the creation process of this. And it should already be below the link to, if you did buy, because a couple of you said you just bought it. Don't forget, I can do this. Don't forget to put in, click the link that says release week gifts, and I'll send this to you. It's open to the US and international. Because I wasn't sure if I could do international, and then somebody was like, you can totally get international postage, and it's not that bad. So okay, we have a couple questions, or one question and a heart. Hi, thank you. Is it the same art as in the TSK hardback? Yes. So you're right. It's not in color, which is one of the reasons I went to make it a web page instead, because I was like, this color. Now we actually have more. This is some of the character art that you're going to get in person if you fill out that form. And then we have a little bit more. And there's actually, I was actually contemplating reaching out to a couple other artists who I think, at least one for sure, that has done gorgeous art of a very specific scene. And I was going to ask her if she's open to me adding character art. And if you guys ever do character art and you would want me to add it, I was thinking that's another reason the webpage is so exciting, because I can keep adding to it. And I can put your links so you can actually click to see these character artists. And so I'm wanting to reach out to her today. I'm glad you reminded me. I need to like write this down somewhere because pregnancy brain, oh my gosh, I promise you it's real. Okay, wrote it down. This is awesome. Okay, so Dina, in case you don't know, I actually created like writing sprint soundtracks, and I don't think they're linked below, but if you go to my YouTube channel after this and you just click on playlists and then look for the one that says writing sprint soundtracks. So they're timed. There's like 20 minutes, 25, 30, I think there's a 15, and they have very specific, words. Oh, I don't know the word that I want. I'm going to say, I promise you I am a writer, and normally I'm better at words than this, but actually not when speaking, more when writing. Let's be real. But I would recommend those. They have different themes, I guess, is what I would say. Like there's piano music, or there's like suspenseful, or there's dramatic, or there's the piano music's kind of romantic. So it depends on what you're going for. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that, Des. Thank you. Let's see here. Just want to say congratulations. Thank you, Andalia. I appreciate it so much. I have been busy and it's kicking in. I'm starting to feel it. This is probably going to be one of my last videos because I only have like a month left before baby boy gets here. So if you guys have any requests for my like last videos, that sounds really depressing, but I'm so glad you like character art. And yeah, like honest to goodness, if you guys do character art, that's my hope, is that I can add it to the webpage. So it's like a fun little collection of character art as well that can be really fun to look at. And then I can promote the artists, you know what I mean? Who designs your characters? Just fans. Like technically, this bookmark, I did hire one of my patrons, Ingrid Nordley, and she did such a good job with Ari. And I'm trying to remember, I had a purpose for hiring her, but I also just kind of wanted it. I don't usually hire character artists, but I do recommend everybody who's done my character art. They're amazing. Yay. Thank you, Dina. It is so real. Stop driving at the end. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm not going to tell any stories and tell on myself, but I'll just say yes. And actually, heck yes. So this is the next video coming out. I'm editing it today. Hope to get this video. I'm going to call it like Goodreads Part 2, or like, I like how it went. That's actually a good title. And that's coming out on Patreon either today or tomorrow as early access. And then it'll be next week's video, as long as nothing happens to me. Oh my gosh, that cracks me up. Yeah, like where things are, I used to be really good. I could just picture my hubby loses things a lot, and I would just be like, it's right here. I've seen it. I know exactly where it is. Now when he asks me, I'm like, sorry. Yes, I love it. Okay, thank you. I'm so glad you're excited about it. And again, like if you have other requests for videos, let me know, because at that point, I have a few. I'm thinking like maybe I could talk about Authortube. If I had my bullet journal in here, I have like a list. I could talk NaNoWriMo topics like naming things, world building. I could go back to my fun little playlist that I had of write it badly, make it better, because that was really fun to do. And I think that could be fun for NaNoWriMo as well. But it's always a toss-up, because I'm like, is this going to be my last video? At this point, it's weird. So I see another question here. This is interesting. So how can you get your books on BookTube? what do you mean by booktube? Do you mean by like people on YouTube talking about them? Because if so, I have no idea if there's a strategy, but I feel like it's just word of mouth. Readers have so much power. I have never asked anybody on booktube, although that would be a strategy. You could reach out to somebody. Whenever you reach out to people, they always say, form a relationship. Don't just like cold call. It's not calling, but you get the idea. And or are you thinking for like a book? Like that could be a whole video topic. I'm like answering it as if it's a question now. And if you're saying video, like a whole video on it, I might have to note that down as an idea. But since I've never done it, that's my short answer is I think it happens naturally when readers love a book, and then you can also reach out to people. Let's see, a talk or a vlog style inspiration. Ooh, like motivation for Nano. Absolutely. That's another thing I should link below, because back 1 or 2 years ago, I think 2 years ago, I had a whole NaNoWriMo playlist, and then I merged it with my like writing tips playlist. So there's 30 plus videos on there, but there is a bunch specific to Nano. And one of them is like Imposter Syndrome. One of them's about when you're feeling stuck. What else? There's one about rewards, which is very motivating. If you want to talk motivation, that helps me a lot. Tips for winning NaNoWriMo, all that good stuff. So again, I'll try to remember to link it below, but you can also go to my YouTube channel, click on the playlist button, and then click on the NaNoWriMo/writing tips button, and you'll find that. I will write that down though. Thank you. I like that idea. Wow, nice job. 1882 is really good. That's more than the daily word count. I'm doing this a lot, but that's what it is. NaNoWriMo's daily word count. Would you ever do a video going through the writing Reddit and answering questions or observing the advice to see if it's recommended or not? That's a good question. I know some people who are good at Reddit, but I don't totally understand it. So I'm not sure how I would find that. Do they have like a writing, I'm doing this again. Do they have writing forums or whatever they call it on there? I don't know. I should really get into Reddit and check it out. Okay, yeah, thank you, Dina. Yes, absolutely. I could definitely do a video on that. Imposter syndrome is real, but we all have it. It helps to know you're not alone. And it helps to save things that people have said about your writing that is encouraging to you, things that you can look back on when you're having a hard day and you can be like, oh yeah, this person really liked it. Like if you have reviews of your books or from beta readers or whoever, people who support you and encourage you, look at those things when you're feeling frustrated, because we all feel that way. Let's see. Do you love video reviews or Goodreads reviews? Oh, like for which one I would prefer of my books. Let's see. So Goodreads is huge, you guys. I have been listening to other authors and realizing just how huge Goodreads is, because you guys have power on there. You can make authors' books just take off. It's amazing. Like I should probably figure out how to get this guy on there so you guys can like mark it as read. I would say Goodreads, because I don't have as hard a time with them. Whereas if there's a video review, I usually don't let myself watch them just in case there's something that's going to be triggering to me as an author and make me feel bad about myself. Usually there's not, but like for some reason, those feel more personal and they're usually the sweetest. So what I have done is I'll have author friends watch them and either give me the highlights or say, it's safe to watch, you're good. But Goodreads reviews, I just read them and it doesn't bother me for some reason the same way. And I love it. People are super nice on Goodreads. Honestly, I appreciate Goodreads a lot. And I can also share Goodreads, which I want to share some Goodreads reviews more often. And I want to start regularly sharing to like also shout out you guys for reviewing. So that was a long answer. I have another idea for a video. How to use the senses in your writing without making it too cliche. That's a good idea for Nano. I love that. And I don't think anything on that topic. So I always feel weirder about giving writing advice, as weird as that sounds, than about giving publishing advice, because publishing and marketing, to a point, is very factual, very like straightforward. This makes sense. This is my experience. Versus writing, everybody's so different. So it's like when it comes to cliches, they weren't cliche at one point, right? They only become cliche after so many people use them. So it's always hard because I could like try to teach about cliches and then that video could become old and not accurate anymore. I don't know. Like I'm gonna write down all of these ideas and just brainstorm and see if I can come up with some stuff to say, because I like that. Let's see. How do you have ideas for special editions? I'm planning to have a special edition for my first book, but don't have ideas for it. Okay, so are you talking about like cover or like what to put together or just like all the things in general? Gosh, how did I come up with this? This is something that's been percolating for like a year, FYI. So it might seem fast to you guys, but before I had even finished the series, I knew that I wanted to do a box set of some sort. Again, I'm doing this a lot. It's going to be my thing today. It is like, it's something that I think it comes together over time a little bit. And then the second half of coming up with ideas is just seeing what's out there, because sometimes that will inspire more ideas. So for example, I originally wanted character art on the cover. So like you saw, I did, where is it? Where is this guy? Oh my gosh. And I was just testing it out. Like I wanted to hire somebody to do character art. And I was like, okay, we're gonna block another user. Sorry guys that there's a little bit of a spam bot problem today. But anyway, that might be a sign I should end this. But long story short, then I was just looking at Pinterest, looking at other box sets, and I was talking to my cover designer, Mandy, and I was like, I want to create a box set, and I don't know what the cover would look like for that in a physical version. And, or no, I think it was Mandy. Oh gosh, what was it? Mandy was the one that was saying that it should be the 4 books in the series. And then we were just brainstorming together. So talking to people really helps. Sometimes it sparks ideas. If anybody in the comments has some ideas, let you know. But I think that the idea of it being a classic fairy tale set was what pushed me into the classic cover, because somebody was saying how they had a classic cover, like it said, like Grimm's Fairy Tales, I think it was. And that just really triggered the idea. Okay, a couple more questions and then I should probably close out, because I've been hanging out with you guys for 45 minutes now. Oh my gosh, you're the best. So Kiss of Deception, I have not read because I have read like 3 or 4 other books since then. And then I kind of stopped reading when the October releases came along. So I had the 2 marketing for authors books, Secrets to Selling Books on Social Media, and Plan a Profitable Book Launch. And then this guy. And now this guy just came out a couple days ago. So as soon as I wrap up all the goodies for the release and I finish sending those out, I think I'm just going to read. I think I'm just going to dig into all these books on my TBR and just read all of them. What is your opinion of the Snowflake Story Outline Method? That's the one. I feel like I've heard of this, but not like the details of it. So is that the one where you start in the middle and then you branch out? Or am I thinking of something? I'm thinking of the bubble method, I think. Let me know if that's kind of the idea of it, because I'm not familiar with that, Jenna. But I personally like a mixture of Save the Cat Writes a Novel, such a good beat sheet in there. So it helps you plot out really strategically. And then on top of that, there's this channel by Abby Emmons. And I talk about her a lot when I talk about outlining. She has a playlist about outlining, and hers is very character focused. So I like to kind of blend Save the Cat plus the Abby Emmons questions into kind of one outlining strategy. And that helps me really get to know the characters well, because characters drive a story. And I used to write stories very plot focused. So like the Snowflake Method, if I was to do that, I'd be like, this part of the plot, that part of the plot, and I would forget about the characters, honestly. So for me, it might not be effective, but I honestly think it really depends on you as the author, because if characters are your strong suit and plot isn't, then maybe the Snowflake outline method would be fantastic. And I just have to catch this because, yes, Abby Emmons is amazing. Let's see here. Thank you so much, Terry. I really appreciate that. And yes, now that Amazon does hardcovers, it is tempting to pull books from Ingramspark. I have actually thought about that because, in case you don't know, I have officially stopped publishing on Ingramspark. I was going to say left them, but I paid money to put my books on there, so I don't really want to pull them off. That feels like a waste of money for me personally. So I'm leaving my, where are they? This side, my hardcovers on Ingramspark, just because I paid money to put them on there. But at this point, I'm not publishing on Ingramspark anymore. If you want to know more about that, I did an exclusive video, like 30 minutes long on Patreon about that. Excuse me. Would you ever consider a retelling of Hansel and Gretel? Yes. I would consider a retelling of anything, because retellings are so fun. You can take the bones of the story and the Easter eggs. Like, again, there is a lamp in Aladdin, or in the Stolen Kingdom, and there are other references to Aladdin. But what else? Let's see here. In the Cursed Hunter, for example, you've got a beast, so you've got a dragon. I don't want to go into that too much more because you know me, I'm the spoiler queen. But I really think it's fun to have little things to draw on already as you're outlining something brand new. You have these starting places, I guess. Once KDP gets dust jackets and pre-orders, I'm done with Ingramspark. Well, absolutely. Absolutely. And even though they don't have that yet, I still think there's a lot of benefits. We've talked about this in the Marketing for Authors book 5, about book launches, where if you want to, you can have like a launch page, like a web page that is basically pre-orders, but you are taking care of them, or not pre-orders, but you are getting people to sign up for a specific email list to let them know when the book comes out. So it's not the same as pre-orders, but it is still really awesome. And I think we've tried that in the past and it's been effective. And for me, honestly, I didn't have a launch page. I didn't do any like specific pre-order thing, but I did tell my newsletter, and I know that that's very similar because everybody in the newsletter knew this was coming. Penny is getting excited for dinner, or for a snack, I should say, a little bone. So I promised her I'd give her a bone when this was done. All right, last couple questions here, and then I better go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think I skipped a couple questions. Let me know if I missed anything. Snowflake Method is starting with one line explanation and expanding to, oh, okay. So not what I was thinking at all. A paragraph, a page, and then a page on specific areas, etc. Okay, that's really cool. I have not heard of that before. I like it. It's better if you're writing a thriller to start at the ending and work backwards. I like that too. So many cool outlining methods, you guys. And the biggest thing is to just be open to them. And don't be afraid of trying things, because honestly, everybody is different. And every book is different. So when I wrote like the first book, I plotted it very differently from the last book. It's amazing how your process can change as well. I don't want to sway you too much, but I will say I personally will never, ever work with Ingram again. And if you want to know why, absolutely. I have that video on Patreon. I don't want to say too much publicly, but I have strong feelings about them. You'll see if you watch that video. Most entertaining writing book ever, The Snowflake Method, even if you don't use it. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out because now I'm very curious. More comments about Ingramspark. 100% agree. You do have to do what suits you best, though. There are reasons to work with them, but my reasons to not work with them outweigh that. Thank you so much. So Mandy's prices are on her website, and I think they're going up. I think I get the discount from being a client for a couple of years now, but she's worth it. And most covers, just FYI, for me have been in the $200 to $300 range, and I wouldn't really go over that. I think at that point it gets pretty expensive, but if you need to, you need to. Awesome. Okay, I think I've caught everybody's questions. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for hanging out with me. I seriously meant this to be a 10-minute video and we're at 50 minutes. So I'm going to call it, say thank you so much. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Thank you for supporting me in this series or in this book release. And honestly, it has a really special place in my heart as the last book before baby Atazadeh comes into the world. So thank you. I love you guys. And yeah, if you have more questions, put them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer after. Obviously, this will still be here after I end the broadcast, and you can always ask questions and I'll be happy to chat about this book. So anyway, I will talk to you guys again very soon. Bye.